Flanked by the glowering escarpment of the North Pennines, Gypsy and traveller families have gathered for centuries at Appleby. But last year, the horse fair was cancelled. This year, postponed from June because of COVID. A particular pressure then for a community based on roaming free.
How does a travelling community function when it can't travel because of COVID?
It was difficult, and I think that's why Appleby is such a success this year, even though it's in August, and it's been really hard because people couldn't get their normal hotels and couldn't get your normal stay-in places, stopping places, but everyone's pulled out the stops and come here because that was hard, not being able to travel.
So, no shirt, no saddle, no helmet, no tickets, no wristbands, no sponsors, no organisers.
Keep it tight, but not too tight, right, me lass?
Truly one of the few festivals still to escape the corporate clutch. But a community nonetheless hard to reach in a time of COVID.
It's important we all do our part. I trust the NHS.
So that's why Romany Gypsies produced their own video to persuade skeptics to get jabbed.
With an ancient culture, an ancient language and ancient traditions.
But new COVID challenges for his people now for the Romany leader Billy Welsh.
In the beginning there was a lot of scepticism about the vaccine and a lot of suspicion, because by nature we have a coloured view of authority anyways. We like to question everything. But then after we'd experienced it, and please believe me, it's real, it's not a conspiracy. We really suffered for it. I mean, we paid the price.
St John Ambulance have laid on a mobile immunisation clinic this year at Appleby.
In the beginning, people were like, I'm not putting nothing in me. But actually, when, I'd say Christmas, January, when the deaths were through the roof and it was people you knew dying, then people were like, yeah, I'm having it.
So coming out of lockdown gives the traditions of Appleby a special intensity this year. Flashing, trotting the lanes in front of crowds of potential buyers. Farriers at hand for roadside repairs. And men like Tony, here for the crack, not for the sale. But then again...
If there's a customer comes along and with the right money, he can be sold.
With the right money.
With the right money. With the right money.
Of course he can.
New this year, a big top to get across a big message. For gypsies and travellers, fear proposed new policing laws will make Appleby, indeed their way of life, impossible.
A new law is being proposed by this government which will wipe out nomadic gypsy and traveller life. Part 4 of the police bill will give us a £2.5 fine, take our trailers off us and put us in prison.
For no reason, just for simply being on a roadside?
Just for simply being on land where we don't have permission. So we'd be all right here, but anybody travelling to the fair has to stop on roadsides, they have to stop on commons, they have to stop in the kind of places where they don't have permission.
The Home Office confirmed to us they intend criminalising unauthorised encampments. But for now, the old ways continue, leading the horses down to the River Eden for a pre-sale wash and scrub.
What's special about Appleby?
It's just, everybody gets together, it's just a nice place, and it's just great. Talking, seeing horses fly around, it's just good.
The horses.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone getting together, the gathering.
From now till Sunday, for around 40,000 travellers, gypsies and anyone else who fancies it. Worries about COVID, injections, impending policing laws, all of it forgotten in this ancient modern mix. Business will be done. Horses will change hands. And next week, well, that's for next week.